your eyes and cast them within. She's if you want to make a feeling out of me, then I will show you just how I like it.
Thank you, Miss Dragon. I actually got fixated in not black. We're not doing 310 today. Um, so in looking for the color I was going to work on today, which funny enough is 311, I have come to see. I totally get it. So this particular page, now that I have the black done, there's only really one other color that's going to take up a large amount of time, and that is my nemesis color, 939. So I'm working on all the other colors just for a palette cleanser because the black did take a very long time. I didn't look up exactly how long, but it took long enough. So I'm doing palette cleansers of all the other colors that are available. And most of them are all focused right where I'm working today, is the rest of the ear on the wolf. There's a few smatterings of stars throughout the sky here, but legitimately, it's all just this one little area. So we're probably gonna get a couple of colors finished today. I'm gonna dodge 939 like the plague until I get down to the 1 or 2 stitch colors, because there's still 111,000 stitches of 939 left in this project. Pushing it back a little bit is not gonna make anybody cry. Okay, and it's all good. Push comes to shove, I have my screens open, so I can lay down the law as much as one can in a cross-stitching stream. And since it's a normal business week, I suspect that the packages that I've sent out, at least in the United States, will be reaching their destinations by the end of the week. If not sooner. I'll try to remember to get tracking numbers out to you guys. So this morning was another round of picture taking and organizing, and actually I packed all of the stuff that I finished in these past few weeks. And it's kind of getting me excited because I'm making sure all my stuff is organized. I know where everything is. If I'm gonna bring stuff, that stuff's properly packed. I do have to secure a couple of things. Mostly just getting my painter's tape out and wrapping it up so it's all in one spot. Yeah. That's kind of what I like about what I do for that's what I like about what I do for my public persona. Is I don't intentionally create drama. Like, drama happens, drama naturally occurs, but I hope generally by the end of my stream that drama has been resolved. We've talked about it, we've had a good cry, a laugh. Maybe it was just gas and we all fart. But it's being able to get it out of your system and continue to have a good day, or at least the day. I can't tell you guys to have a good day, but I want that for you guys. But I took some more pictures. I need to edit my pictures, and I need to get them up on my website. That's where I stick. I have a ton of stuff. Absolutely. I just need to get it where it needs to be. maybe I'll work on that a bit tomorrow. So, um, tomorrow and Thursday, there won't be any stream. I have my recertification for my professional certificate tomorrow. So, big ass landscaping truck driving by. But we're probably gonna get a couple colors done today, and that's actually pretty awesome. It's funny. Page 4 is a lot of black and 939 as well. Just that's those are the two biggest colors of this particular project. But it also has the other ear popping up. So and while on call dance, we still will not see Captain Penis until the next row. We're setting it up. We're setting up the backdrop. Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm after stream is I'm gonna look at some of the tech, maybe some organizational stuff for upstairs. Mhm. So far, this page is lining up with this page perfectly, which is happiness for me. I know, because at the end, this area was kind of weird, but so my connection rate is low. I might drop. Last night I got, well, after stream yesterday, I got all my uh outside furniture. I got the covers all washed. I got them all stitched up, and I when I got home after work, I managed to get them all camp dried. So today after stream, I'm gonna put them back in their pads, bring them up to the furniture, and then I'm gonna camp dry it some more. Um, Give it another round of camp dry so that it can dry while I'm at work. And the foam padding, because eventually I plan on making new cushions for it because they're the cheap made pads. And while I'm not a queen with a sewing machine, I feel that probably I could probably manage a couple of straight lines. It would be good practice for me in using a sewing machine. I'm just trying to be more cognizant of when my stream DCs. Yesterday, the disconnect happened because it got disconnected from Restream. But there was only one, so I know that the remainder of the problems was all about Twitch. So I know you have a huge pile of To Be Red Dragon. Have you even glanced at Straw Girl yet, or is that not on radar yet? Mm-hmm. One, two. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. La la la. get it on my way back. I'm going back over there. So now that we're back on like relatively normal colors, and I'll up it back again when I'm working on 939. But stitch goal is 200 because I have to stop and keep looking. So. La la la. So, since I need to do it while I'm remembering, right? Of course, of course. I'm sending you guys messages that, let's see, that's your tracking numbers for your present. Because of course I can stock your presents, but it's more fun when you guys get to stock. And then there. Everybody who has packages out in the wind, you now have your tracking number. Doctors are more important than tracking numbers for presents. La 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 la. here. And then skip one and one. Skip one. Oh, so last night at work, I was training someone. I stayed nearby. Um, I still had to do insulins for them, so I stayed relatively nearby. Um, it's a practice in patience, because this individual, I kid you not, forgot who they were going to just as soon as they turned around to walk to their room to pass their meds. Now, I'm a space cadet. Don't get me wrong. No judgment there. I have forgotten. I've forgotten a lot, but at the same time, I'm not that bad. So I'm hoping my boss is in the office today so I can sit down and have a chat. Because between the not being open to listening to advice and forgetting who you're giving your meds to 5 seconds after you've popped their meds, that's a dangerous combination. So I really hope my boss is in the office today. If not, I am going to have to give her a call. And I don't like to, but I'm going to have to.
My soul feels heavy, I'm dragging my feet. I'm just a soldier in the morning defeat. Staring at the ceiling, paralyzed. It's a fight just to open my eyes. Foggy headed, slow and pace. Struggle to get out of bed in a mental haze. Body's aching, thought won't.
I'm so glad that words cannot describe how pleased I am that this is not the color black. It's the next shade in the, well, it's the next number in the order, but it's blue. Oops, I didn't even get that in there. Oh. Really? It is not nearly as sunny today as it was yesterday. There have been threats of massive thunderstorms and downpours, which I'm ready for. Working on the ear. I don't know. Maybe having like that huge chunk of black will work out in my favor for not having a whole lot of mistakes in the center part here, because I'm just counting down from the top and not having to go out any. Skip one. One. Oh, look, I'm just looking at the gap where the 939 is gonna go, and I'm like, I don't wanna. And it's gonna be the same on the next page. It moves fast, like these block color pages. Well, it felt like forever. They actually move kind of fast. I know that Call Dance's page is going to take a little bit of time. Ow! Ow, I moved my neck the wrong way. So yesterday at work, now I went out to help a friend at a yard sale, and I got a little bit of a sunburn. Now, friends, I am pink. I am not white. I am pink. If you look at me really close in person, I am pink. So when I tan, I don't turn brown. I get more pink. I get a darker shade of pink. So all of my burns aren't actually burns. It's just what color I turn when I tan. So I'm telling the residents this. I'm like, yeah, when I'm really tan, I'm like a dark red wine. It's not a burn. It's because I'm pink. And when my skin gets darker, it gets a darker pink. and they just laugh because they think I'm joking. But friends, I am pink. And when I tan, my tan is just darker pink. With freckles. Oh, because I do have, my freckles are brown. I do have brown freckles. But overall, I am pink. Skip 2 and 3. And what's really, really scary is the colors that I'm working on are, well, let me aim my microphone actually towards me so I'm not a whisper in the background. I'm not a careless whisper. Every time I rearrange my mic, I'm reminded of Jay, and he's like, "Is your microphone facing you?" And my response was, "Oh, whoops." Fond memories. I have a demon kini that I need to whip out. Maybe on Friday. If it's a nice day on Friday, I'll go play on my circular patio furniture and not. I won't stay outside too long though, because it's sunny and hot, and I'm pink. Nope, I don't want that. Oh my god. Okay. couldn't control my hands. One lesson to the end. Mm-hmm. I think Zaz and I are still the only ones with the demon kini. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate, but I get it. I life's journey is both good and bad. The good things should not take away from the bad, and the bad should not take away from the good. It is all about balance. And people got to do what's good for them, and I don't fault them for that. Like I was like I showed a couple people. I was trolling the internet last night, and I was telling Husband Creature about it. He's like, "It's fun, isn't it?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it is so fun." And even if it's a topic that is something that really upsets me, that people are so stupid about, it feels really good to troll the idiots. Really good. And I I haven't I think they've moved on to the next big thing, but for a hot second my comment was getting a lot of attention and I was having a lot of fun. And it wasn't even a bad comment. So for those of you who are like, "What?" One of Maine's former governors who has frequently been described as mini Trump because he's not nearly as rich. Is trying to run for, I think, either senator of Maine or governor. He's trying to run for a seat in Maine, even though he's lived in Florida for the past 8 years. He's trying to come back up to Maine and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm running for Maine because Maine needs a real winner." Um, and so he's like, "I just signed an agreement with the Independent Women's Coalition, which is essentially a hate group for women's sports, because of misinformation and just bigotry." And I'm gonna stop saying, I'm gonna stop trying to be polite about it, because if the mean people can get away with it, I'm not taking the high road anymore, folks. If you can be mean about it, I can be mean about it right back to you. And if you can't, because I'm supposed to take the high road, fuck that. So I made a comment, and I was essentially, "So when are women going to get 100% medical control of their bodies?" And of course, the wording of that was intentional, because I know that every last conservative, pro-life motherfucker out there is going to think, "Oh, she means abortion." I got a couple of weird comments, but never once did I mention kids. Never once did I mention abortion. I responded to that person's comment that's like, "Well, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?" And I went, "Well, so first of all, never mentioned abortion. So here's the list of what I've had to go through to get even just a glance of being able to live. And I went down through the list and ending with the epic conclusion of the only reason I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes is my parents thought I was bulimic, which is very much a teenage girl disease. So they didn't respond to that. Then I got another one. How fun is it with scholarships and everything else going to those trans people? Now, mind you, in the entire state of Maine, and the nation, well, Maine, I know for a fact, only had five transgendered athletes. So I went, arguing on the internet is like masturbating. You only really get to please yourself. That's why I like trolling. I'm making me happy. I'm not making anybody else happy but myself. If I bring a couple giggles from the sidelines, awesome. But I'm in it for me. So I said, yeah, arguing on the internet's kind of like masturbating. But hear me out. And I posted just a sheet of facts, like facts, that this is a whole campaign of misinformation, that women are not missing out on scholarship opportunities, that there have been transgendered individuals in professional sports for a very long time, but only now is it getting publicized because we need to look at the birdie. 1978, there was a transgendered track runner who what performed in, I want to say it was a woman to a man, which we need to talk about that more. Not because it's bad, but because everybody's so scared about men transitioning to women, but we don't talk about the other way around, and it's like dudes. My good dudes. I love me some drag kings. I love it. But and I know drag queens, that different category. I recognize the difference. But a lot of the transition starts with the drag. But yeah, so I was a hot mess troll, which I adored last night. I was all happy about that. And I got a couple of, you're so wonderful. I got a couple of bots. I blocked those. I'm like, no, I don't need to see this. This is bullshit. And then, this one guy that almost got me. He's like, you have 100% control of your body all of the time. I don't see what the problem is. And I just laughed and I went, you're funny. I like you. And I haven't yet seen if he's responded yet. But yeah, I was an internet troll. In a former life, I was a bigger internet troll. I just had to go get the rust shaken. I had to go get the rust shaken off, as it were. Oh yeah, there was one comment about it's funny how people who don't have who nobody wants to have a kid with are all about killing babies. Now, folks, I am not pro killing babies. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I understand the depth of the decision of what an abortion is. And it's not a willy-nilly thing. And especially the later you get in. But it's also none of my fucking business. Because the pro-lifers just want the baby out there. Then they bitch about the support that the baby needs afterwards. And that's just not cool, my friends. Not cool. And I'm going to have to use another piece of string, which is also not cool. But I was watching the Find Out podcast, and they were talking about how Democrats need to market themselves better, and I absolutely agree, because right now, the the conglomerate in charge right now, they just say what they want, and they're like, we don't fucking care if you like it or not. We just said it. What you gonna do about it? And then a lot of, and myself included, I try to understand where these people are coming from. But I've gotten to the point where I can't get my head that far up my ass to see that. So I'm just gonna start being mean about it and see where that gets me. I'm probably in a lot of trouble. Come on the ride with me. Oh, that's a pisser. So I'm on the last line, and it all lined up, so that's good. Good news is all of it lined up. The bad news is I had to pull out a piece of string for just the last line, the last few. Yeah, with Jay, I had commissioned some Baphomets from Mrs. 13, and I guess that's why I'm crocheting now, is because I never got them. And I have the pattern. I could make myself the Baphomet. I like supporting other artists. I was the guy who's making the rings for Husband Creature and I'm like, are you sure you don't want me to toss you a couple bucks? I can get you stuff. And he's like, no, you did the dinosaur. You did your half of the deal. I'm like, but I can do other stuff, you know. If you're having issues, I can help. I can help, because art is hard and it's expensive. So like, I try to support artists where I can. Like, it's one of the reasons, and I haven't looked in a bit. It's one of the reasons why whenever I have the opportunity to purchase merch from spaz and people that I like, I do it. Now, I want some Philip DeFranco merch, but I haven't gotten quite that far. Like, I haven't decided which one I want. That's the problem. Is I want so much of it. Okay, so 336. We are all done that color on this page. We got a color finish on a page in day one. Yeah. 311. Let me make sure before I put it all away. It is all done. Woohoo! Okay. Now, what's my next color? Oh, okay, so yeah, there's a lot of colors that there's a lot of colors on this page, but most of them are like literally 5 stitches. So let's see. I got 336. Oh. Really? I hit buttons, I moved things around. Okay, that one's not bad. It's all in this area, like all of it, like all the color in the entire page that's not black or 939 is right here. There's like a star over here, but all of this like gap remaining is 939. So I'm trying to get other colors. I'm trying to not do 939 today. Okay, that one's okay. That might be the next one, and then let's see what 822. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 803, and then I'm gonna move on to 823, which is a bigger color. So we're gonna get 2 color finishes on the page today. And then we'll move on to one that we'll work into next week. Oh my goodness. No, 803 is more blue. I am going to. I'm gonna utilize. Actually, that's not too much of a stretch. Oh my goodness. All right. What happens when you don't memorize similar colors a couple steps ahead? Oh, it's only 11? Damn. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that time is going slow today, but I really hope that it speeds up when I'm at work. I scared everybody off. Except for Dragon, who's on the phone and can't hear me. Mm-hmm. Oh, well. Well, I hope everything went well. Kind of works out well. And towards the end of this piece of string, and I have to do my far reach over, so. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Relaxing is good. Mm-hmm.
I was lost and feeling broken, walking blind through empty days, till those eyes looked right through me and showed me better ways. Something changed the moment when you found me
Mm-hmm.
there, like you knew exactly
Yeah, she needs to relax.
you saw something in me that I couldn't see. You stay right beside
It's weird. I've been cleaning and packing all of my finished products that are gonna go to my show next, not this weekend, but next weekend. And like my craft room is it's feeling very empty because I've all of those little half done things that need just like one finishing touch. I've been getting that all done and packing it up. So it's my craft room is kind of clean right now. Mhm. 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 I'm working in lots of shades of blue, but it's not black. And Jules, that strange number I sent you is your tracking number for your package. Mhm. Mhm. So, July's present, depending on who wins, July's present's winner is either going to be able to choose from a barn owl or a little howling wolf, maybe two little howling wolves. But only one barn owl. They're not small creatures. Because the barn owl has options. Like I can make it a wings a flying or a grappling barn owl like I have up in the Discord. There's also a version where its wings are down and it's just perched. So it's either going to be the howling wolf or the barn owl. I'll try to get a collage together of that today. But that's what presents are going to be for July. I'm gonna have to start a new piece of spring. Yeah, I would figure that the last part of this section is block color. I'm gonna have to find 803 in my bucket of stuff. My bucket of colors, because it is running out on my bobbin.
Raindrops on my window pane blur the world outside the same. Lost in shadows, feeling the weight of a darkness I can't escape. Every breath a heavy sigh, mirroring the teardrops in my eyes, drowning in the deepest nights. No hope in sight, but then a tiny hand slips in mine, a warmth that cuts through the cold design. A voice so soft whispers my name, lifting the shadows, igniting a flame. You're the sunshine breaking through the rain.
Okay, I am almost done 803 on the page. So 2 page color finishes today. That's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, kind of pleased. I just gotta make a little fix here. There, bottom one. I think after all the black that I've worked with, it just seems like all these other colors are like, that's no big deal. Okay. 803 is all done. We're going to move on to 823.
Hate and defamation, and we have gone unheard. Act like our existence is something quite absurd. We shall go the distance, we will not go unheard. Hold us down and torture, you barely said a word. But now the time has come, we will not go unheard. Ask now for forgiveness, our wrath you have incurred. Stand aside and witness, we will not go unheard.
Well, it seems that Divine Instinct has stolen 823. That's okay. We'll go over and grab, or Call dance, I should say. Call dance is stolen 823. And it has, but we'll take it back. Nope. It's like we're working on divine instinct. Okay. We have hit our 200 stitch goal, which is super awesome, but we are not done yet for the day. Because it's not 3:10, so I'm feeling kind of motivated. It's a cold hard truth, folks. Sometimes we work on colors that we don't want to in order to get to the area where we want to be. Oh, wait. Is this also a color? Like, what's going on here? Okay, that is also a color. Oh, that's right, because I accidentally grabbed two. I lost a bit, and then I found it stuck on me. So, yeah. Well, that explains that. I'm gonna take one for now, and I'll probably use both of them, but... 823. Okay. We have gotten 3 color finishes on this page. There are a lot of colors. But once I get 823 all done, I'll be able to work on like the little ones to knock it down and add like little sparks of little pieces of flair for you guys to look at as I drudge through the other colors. Everybody needs flair. Where do I want to stay? Hey, back up. Back up. Hey, come here. You got gunk in your ear. So Pixie has gunk in her ear. You're fine. So I'm trying to loosen her gunk. But she blames her brother. Holy. That's what's coming out of your ear, baby girl. Ah, dogs. Let's see. I've managed to misplace my string. I had it in my hand. Oh, there it is. Yay for magnetic. cases. Okay. I'm gonna flip over so I can go rub my dog's ear a little bit more. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. She just has gunk in her ears, but she was crying about it. So she was crying and she meant it. So I had to look it up. Look her. I'll try to address it later on when she's not so traumatized from the thing that I just kind of did. Okay, so 823 is a relatively bigger color. Gap of 3 from that one right there. Okay, gap of 3. And then up one more. So this is the buffer color between the ear and 939. My nemesis. Ah, so close to 20,000. I am glad. One thing off that list of things that never seems to end. Are you looking now? Just fair warning, if Pig comes in again complaining about her ear, I'm gonna end the stream so I can get her outside and with some Q-tips and try to clean it out a little bit. She's avoiding me right now because I loosened some gunk up and it was not pleasant. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, mhm. Mhm. So husband creature gave one of our residents his favorite, a 12 pack of his favorite kind of soda that his family was like, yeah, we don't know where we can get this. And now, mind you, his favorite soda is Moxie, and it's in Maine. So we have it at Walmart. So we picked him up a 12 pack and we got it to him yesterday, or this morning rather. Mhm. Mhm. Today is not nearly as hot as yesterday. I think I might have to turn the AC down because it is very cold in here. Ugh. Hold on one second. I gotta turn my AC down. I have one of those old-fashioned ones where, yeah, just kind of vaguely set it on how much cold you want it to pump out. At least in here, the newer one is much more sparkly. Let's see, what's up with that? Okay. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. Choo-choo.
Staring at the ceiling, shadows on the wall. Hear a voice inside me, whispering I should fall. Lost in this darkness, where I've been for years. Drowning in the silence, pushing back the tears. But a flicker of hope, a distant memory. A time when the sun shined and I wanted to be. I am not okay, but I won't give in. There's a light inside me that will surely win. This battle in my mind, this darkness I hold. But a brighter day is coming, my story's yet untold.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Reaching out for help, a hand in the night.
I know we're not going to get 823 done.
Worthy, a reminder to fight. The road may be
Because this one actually, after it's done on the ear here, it like speckles out across the bottom of the page. So but there's a I'm just looking at the blocks of 939 and it just makes me cry because a lot of one color. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Oh, maybe. Okay, what I wanted.
one step at a time. I'll mend what is broken. My spirit unbroken. A promise unspoken. I am not okay, but I won't give in. If there's a light inside me that will surely win. This battle in my mind, this darkness I hold.
Okay, so today I'm gonna get down to this spot right here, and then I'm gonna give stitch count and call it a day, because I'm not gonna hit 20,000 today, and I'm honestly a little concerned about Pixie, because she generally doesn't come and ask for help, so I gotta go try to get gunk out of her ear. Because if we have to elevate it to the vet, it gets expensive, and I have no problem bringing her to the vet. But if it's just a matter of just loosening some gunk so she can shake it out, I'm gonna aim for that first. She's not bleeding or on fire. That's why I set the stop point that I set. But I reached my 200 stitch count goal, and next week we will hit 20,000. Mhm.
One tribe. A feeling from deep inside. A sense of victory and euphoria.
Mhm.
Now, united as one. This is our destiny. Release the energy. Stand together. Together as one. We stand here together. United as one. One tribe. This is our destiny. Stand together. Together as one.
Mhm. Okay, my friends. Let me close out this line. I'll get you the deets on what we did today. Other than make this ear appear out of nowhere.
Release the energy. Together as one.
Okay. So I gotta highlight that. Hit the check mark. So we got 293 stitches done today. We went from, let me find my opener again. We went from 6.84 to 6.95. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to hit 7, we're bare minimum going to hit 7% next week very easily. And 20,000, 7% and 20,000, which woo woo. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Stay cool if you're hot. Stay hot if you're cool. Drink your water. Take your meds. Be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. And wish me luck as I try to see inside the ear of a German Shepherd. I will see everybody on Friday. Friday, as I know right now, is 10 to noon, unless I come out sometime this